Is Reddit a good platform for artists to grow an audience? I'm Roseanne. I am a middle aged person, a Gen Xer who is an artist and has been on Reddit for quite a while. And today I'm going to hopefully help you answer that question or at least share my experiences with Reddit. There are so many social media platforms out there nowadays. They are all very competitive. And then you have Reddit that's been around for quite a while. And I think it often gets overlooked. Today I'm kind of sharing my experiences with Reddit versus some of the other platforms that are out there. This is just what I've been through. It varies person to person, of course, but to put it plainly, I've done okay on Reddit. I haven't gone viral with my artwork. Some of my other stuff, like my photos of my fashion and whatnot, has done okay, pretty well. Like, actually, one of the most successful things I ever put on the internet was a fashion post on Reddit. Now, as far as my artwork, it's done okay. I haven't really had any rude criticism or trolls or anything with it on Reddit. And there's quite a few different subreddits for different niches of art. Although I will say this, if you do AI art and go into anything that's a subreddit for artists that is not AI, you're probably going to get ripped a new one. I've seen that happen. But for the most part, people who make traditional art or just old-fashioned digital art that is not AI seem to do all right on Reddit. And I think I'm on, or was on, the creepy art subreddit and some of the painting subreddits. There's a lot to choose from, and I really recommend checking it out if you're trying to get your art seen. There's just so much competition on the other platforms. TikTok, I've been on there a bit and I just feel too old to be over there. Reddit is like old people internet, and that's where I belong, okay? I like posting my artwork and just kind of being on Reddit in general. I can scroll Reddit and not always, get anxiety like I would from Instagram or especially TikTok. Like, TikTok just feels like I'm looking at tons of commercials and I can't switch over to longer format like I can on YouTube and just go. Then you just have Reddit and it's like an old school forum, and I'm fine with that. I like posting stills. I like being able to, share my art with other artists. That's mostly what your audience, or at least in my experience, that's mostly what the audience on Reddit is for art, is other artists. I've done okay with some of the sword and sorcery and fantasy type art I've posted in there. I haven't done anything really risque with that for a lot of years, but I might, because you can do that on Reddit, where so many other places you get heavily censored. Yes, may you have to blur it out and put a warning on it. On Reddit, yeah, sometimes, but it doesn't stop the content from being seen. Whereas if you have an age restricted or a not safe for work piece of art and you show it on most other platforms, your art's not gonna get seen most likely unless you already have a very large following. And even then you can end up getting docked for community guidelines or shadow banned or whatever. Whereas Reddit, as long as you put the appropriate tags and content warning on there, you can still put it out there. And I really like that about Reddit. So I have continued to post my artwork, and I just started over with a brand new account on Reddit. My last one, I think, was almost 6 years ago that I had started it, and I had a little over 200 following, but I didn't really post my own content on Reddit until not even a year ago. I think it was back in September. Yeah, September of 2024 is when I started to like post my own things on Reddit instead of just, commenting and upvoting stuff or just lurking. Reddit is a fun place to lurk, and there's been so much stuff I've seen on there over the years, but yeah, I'm continuing with this new profile that I started just like a week or two ago. And I started to upload my artwork and my fashion posts again. And I don't know, the Reddit thing, it just seems to be the internet that's most comfortable for me. The social media platform that I feel most comfortable with, because I remember the 90s and when everything was just a forum. Now, honorable mention, my other favorite place to post artwork, besides, of course, I like posting on YouTube. You see it on here, but I mean, as far as the freedom to be able to post stuff that's different or adult themed, you can't really do that so much on YouTube without getting age restricted, and your algorithm, is not going to push your stuff. But honorable mention, the other place I like to post artwork is Blue Sky. That's a fairly new social media platform, and I've done okay on there. I need to get back into it, but for months and months I was posting very regularly, slowly growing a following, because it's a very small upstart, and there is, well, I mean, it's getting quite a few people now, but it's still not nearly as big as some of the other social media platforms. So I have been enjoying Reddit and Blue Sky for my art, and just grinding away here on YouTube, and once in a while tossing some stuff out onto Instagram. I've kind of tried getting back into Pinterest, but it was so overrun with AI. So yeah, I'm over on Reddit. I'm not linking my Reddit. Maybe you'll find it. Maybe you won't. Maybe I'll post it on here one of these days, but today is not the day. So that's my story time with that. Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe, and I hope to see you on my next video. Have a good day.